Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at CAKE. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Let's get into the fun stuff now. Okay, so before we jump into the micro accounting here, what I want to do is just give a brief sort of overview of what I'm looking at. I'm still looking at this to be potentially a fourth wave into this high point here. And either we could get a couple of options. So there's a few things I'm looking out for. One of them is the potential of seeing something like this play out as a triangle here, where we could look for something like this, looking at this potentially as A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, and an E wave, and then actually looking to break to the downside for this fifth wave, which would be looking to target out towards this $2.50. $2.05 to this $1.50 range. So this is still possible. We haven't invalidated this yet. And at the moment, we are just moving around within this zone and three-wave structure. We haven't got enough structure to confirm it yet, because we would still need to have this D wave confirm. And basically, what we'd be looking at is something like this. So this D wave, technically speaking, could actually be higher up here because I don't need to include this I don't need to include this low here within the triangle. So if I actually did something like this and move this up a bit, we could actually have something like this playing out where we get a much smaller triangle here where this becomes an A, a B, C, D, and an E, and then we could actually look to break down. So keep an eye on that top trend line. If we do get a move back up into it, potentially we could look for that to be a E wave if it completes in three-wave structure. Then we could actually look for this to start to break down in a five-wave move. So keep an eye on that. As long as it stays between this zone of this 473.8 and this low point here of this 3119 zone, effectively we could still look for that continuation as a triangle here. We also could argue that this triangle could be the other way around, where this is A wave to the upside, and then we have this as an A, B, C, D, and E. The difference is here we would get one more three-wave structure to the downside, and this would break to the upside. So we need to bear that in mind, that this is possible, that we could see this as a triangle either in the B wave location or alternatively in the A wave, or in a fourth wave for this fourth wave here, looking for this fifth to the downside. So that's what we're looking for. The alternative way that I've been looking at this is that potentially it is just a normal structure. We only get confirmation once that D wave confirms of that triangle. So what I'd be looking at in that case is that potential that we're looking at something like this, where we have an A wave to the upside here. Let me just move some of these things out of the way here so it's not all overlapping. There we go. Saying like this is an A wave to the upside, a B wave here, and then we're looking for that potential of a C wave. So this could also just be, instead of getting a five-wave structure here, we could just get a three-wave structure. So it could become a WX and a Y, where this becomes WXY to the upside, and then we complete and look to break down. Alternatively, we could argue that we could get a five-wave structure here. So we need to keep an eye out on that. So within this current move here, we have come back down deep enough to actually warrant a B wave correction, but we haven't really broken away from this zone. We haven't taken this high either. So until we actually take this high of this 5476, we can also argue that potentially within this we could see something else play out, in the sense of a diagonal. There's a lot of options at the moment. If we see this play out to the downside, like a contracting triangle wedge shape like this, what we could then have is actually a fifth wave as a diagonal, where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then we actually look to push down and then look to complete this fifth wave move in that manner. So we need to just be aware there is that potential still for downside here. At the moment, with this move to the upside here, we've actually faced rejection off of this 702 zone. So, it is possible we could actually look to treat this as an A wave to the downside. This is a B wave up, and then this continuation as a C wave to the downside over here. This, we could be looking for this C wave move here, where we could get something like this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. or alternatively, it could be a WXY, and we could get a B and then a C wave to the downside still. So if we do come back down here, sort of the zone we'd be wanting to keep if we're looking for bullish moves is this 2788. If we start to lose this 786 zone, it becomes less likely, though the one-to-one is actually here at this 2679. So I actually think that is the 854. So the 786 would actually be this 2937. So that would be a zone we'd be looking to keep if we are looking for that continuation to the upside. For as long as we hold this low point though of this $3.119, we can look for that potential that we are already within this C wave. Whether it's a C wave or a Y wave, we could be looking for that upside. So the way we would be looking for this effectively would be looking at something like this. So either we can treat it, so this move here is a bit tricky. We can count it potentially as a diagonal, as an A wave, or alternatively, you could just look at it as ABC with an X connector here, and then another, so WXY basically to the upside. So, there's two ways we can look at this move at the moment. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. So if we are looking at it a diagonal, it does have that potential to be a wave one as well. So what we're looking for is that whether this move is going to be the first wave of a three-wave move or the first wave of a five-wave move. And what I'm looking for within here, if I come down into the smaller time frames, we've actually come down into this green support box. We've come back down to that 50%, which would be this 3842. And I'm not keeping an eye on this next little zone here, which would be the 618 at this 3656 to this 3607 little golden pocket area there. 786 is also an interesting one if we're looking at the potential of coming back down to the trend line. That would be 3407. So that would be looking at this potentially coming back on this trend line here. So yeah, I mean, it is possible we could see some extensions. So within this, I'm just treating it as a corrective move for the moment, but we need to be aware that this could actually develop into a bigger impulsive structure. But we're going to go over that in a second. But for the time being, I'm just treating it as a W into here and X up into there. This is an A wave in here as a diagonal. This is a B wave, and then looking for that final fifth wave to the downside to complete. So that fifth wave should come down towards the zone of this 3681 to this 3644. And that would be looking for this as a potential rejection zone for this fourth wave. So we could argue it's completed already, or alternatively, this could be the A wave, this could be the B wave. We get one more move up here, back into this zone here. So the 382 would be this 3814, the 3.849 would be that 50%, which would actually tie in with a retest of this high. So keep an eye on this. If we do move to the upside and face rejection in this zone, we could still be looking for that fifth wave to the downside. However, if we do actually have a bigger move up and cross this $3.93, that would invalidate this fifth wave to the downside. And then we'd have to potentially count this slightly different and say that um, this third wave potentially was further back here. This fourth wave is here, and then potentially this fifth wave is here, it is possible, but um, given the count, I do think that this third is actually here, and we still got a fourth and fifth to the downside here. So, like I said, this fourth technically could be completed here, and then we could actually look to push down towards this zone of this 3681 to this 3644 area. So the one-to-one of this A wave is actually here at this 3617. So that would be a bit lower down here. And then the looking at this as a WXY, the one-to-one of the Y would actually be down here at this 3502. So if we do look to extend out past these zones here, this zone here of this 3681 to this 3644, these would be the next sort of targets that I'd be looking for. And at a maximum, we would be wanting to hold this 3407 if we want to look for that continuation. So this move is basically looking for that possibility that we have this as an A wave or wave one, this is a B wave, and then we have this push to the upside here for this C wave. And then basically what we'd be looking for at a one-to-one off the 618. So I've gone off this 618 line here. A one-to-one move would bring us up to this 5701. So this is something that is possible. Obviously, remember, we were talking about that possibility of a triangle. So if we do find support here, and we do start to move up, just be careful of this top trend line here. we could even sort of wick through it and then come back in, and that would give us a rejection and look for that continuation. Alternatively, we could look to move up into it and then look to come back down if we're looking for that B wave triangle. Then that would be then basically the triangle would be the other way around with A, B, C, D, E, and then we'd break up. So the C wave target could still be viable at that point. So yeah, I mean, it needs a bit of space here. It's always possible as well. These aren't set in stone, and sometimes as these waves develop, there could be extensions within here that become sort of more evident as time goes on. But which might not be so, which you might not be able to see as well at the current stage. For instance, if we were to look at this move slightly different, because I'm currently looking at this as an ABC, we could argue that within here we have a 5 wave move, and if we move down past this 3-3-1-3, then potentially it could set us up for a move like this where we get this as a 1-2-3-4-5. But the structure isn't really good at the moment for it. So I'm really not looking at it like that. But this could evolve over time where within here even we get some additional legs to the downside, and potentially even at the end here this could become a 1-2-3-4-5 and then pushes down. Then you get a bigger structure like this playing out. Where you actually get these additional waves to the downside. So you've got to be a little bit careful. For as long as that support zone holds, though, I am looking for that potential to see some upwards movement here. Um, this 3656 to this 360 area, I think it's going to be an interesting zone if we do actually look to reject down there. Though, really, until we actually take this high point again, we can't actually rule out the fact that even if we do complete this as a WXY into this area here, we could get a 3 wave move to the upside, face rejection, and still form another leg to the downside where this becomes an A, a B, and a C. So, we need to just be aware of these things. If we were looking for that bullish aspect, what we want to see is we want to see this hold here at the within this green circle. We don't want to lose this. So like I said, we can extend down slightly towards this one to one of this Y potentially. But what don't want to lose this 3407, and then effectively from there, what we'd want to see is good 5 wave structure developing to the upside. If it's going to be an A, B, C, if it's going to be a WXY, then it's going to be a bit more tricky. But yeah, we'd want to see a nice clean move back above some of these key areas like this X wave high here at 4376. So if we're looking for that continuation, this would be one of our targets we'd want to clear primarily, just to get it off the table that we aren't extending further down. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us feedback down below. In the description, you'll also find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Also, within that description, there is affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take